Okay, hey, YouTube. So, I'm Zelena, and I had to post this video because I just got finished watching a video uploaded by Kelly Stamps entitled Florida Man Storytime Volume 2, This Man Ate My Chex Mix and Lied to Me. Her videos are always so entertaining. So I'm waiting to see what the guy lied about. And what she said that he lied about, I just had to stop and regroup because I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone, and I just busted out laughing. So apparently she had a guy that she was out at some flight event, and she was laying on her very nice blanket, enjoying her Chex Mix alone, and she was quite happy. You go, girl, I got you. And this dude comes up out of nowhere. From the way she described it, it sounded like he was possibly a ragamuffin, but I could be mistaken. In any event, he rolled up on her, proceeded to make himself at home on her blanket, and proceeded to engage in eating her Chex Mix, which, like me, she's a nice person. So although she was probably cussing him out in her mind, she let it go because she believes in spreading joy and love around the world. Apparently, once they started talking and she asked the dude what he did for a living, he told her he was a pilot. Clearly, he doesn't watch YouTube, because if he watched YouTube, he would know that Miss Stamps is a pilot, a student pilot, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a pilot nonetheless. And so she knows the requirements, and they give you an ID card, and she knows what's on the ID card to indicate whether or not you do what you say you do, because apparently he was flying his friends all over the place, and he has his own plane, I'm assuming, and he's just, balling. So she continues on with her story. Needless to say, let me get to my story. So when she said pilot, tears came to my eyes. I started choking because I actually was drinking some coffee when I was watching this. And so it kind of came out my nose just a little bit. And I was rolling. And the reason why I was rolling was because it reminded me of an incident. I'm gonna call it an incident. Something that happened to me years ago, where I met this guy, and when I asked him what he did for a living, wait for it, he told me he was a piolet. Now, you might be saying, oh, well, Zelena, it sounds like that might have been like some sort of, accent, some, stuff going on. That's just the way he says pilot. And I might let you slide with that if it wasn't for the fact that we were. And he sent that to me written, and he spelled it the way he said it. P-I-O-L-E-T. Piolet. So when I'm reading this message, I'm thinking, I've never heard of a piolet before. And then I said, well, hey, maybe he's French and that's how they say pilot. So I said, oh, okay. This was back in the day, honey, and I gave too many people the benefit of the doubt. Anyway, moving right along. Make a long story short, I knew the dude was full of crap, but I didn't call him on it. We met. He asked me out for drinks. And that's also a red flag. Because if you want to really get to know somebody, I'm going to take you to dinner. And if you're really, you know, on the ball, you find a nice place and you take her out to dinner and you get to know her. When you're looking for, let's say, a little less engagement, and you're not looking for anything really long-term, let's say, you just want to have some drinks and see if she's amenable too. And I was not. So, to make a long story short, I got to know him a little bit only because after I got to know him, he really was a nice guy. He was a bigger guy. He had sent me a photo, and I don't have any issue with that. You know, I'm no size 2. I'm a full-figure gal, as they say. Needless to say, it just fizzled. People talk about things on YouTube, and they talk about story times, and story times are important. But in my mind, story times, you know, like when you're a kid and your parents read you a story, it's, you know, a story always has a moral, right? So I think stories should have morals, and the morals should be like a public service announcement. So this is my public service announcement to the world about this, ladies and gents. People are not always what they say they are. They're not always what they appear. And oftentimes, it may not necessarily be that they're just a pig, but it could just be that they are not really comfortable with who they are. And oftentimes, and unfortunately, and it's sad to say this, they're not comfortable in, you know, how they appear. And, you know, you have to be a very strong person to kind of have a sense of self. We're all at different levels, and everyone doesn't have the same sense of self as others do. So if you come across people like that, you know, unless they're just a flagrant ass, just give them a pass and cut your losses. But dude, whoever you are, how dare you mess with Miss Stamps like that? That is just absolutely unnecessary, inappropriate, and uncalled for. That's all I got. I'm out. Deuces. Till next time.